Kharg Island is an 8.5 square mile coral outcrop situated 15 miles off the Iranian coast. For military planners, this tiny territory represents a critical node in the global energy market, handling approximately 90% of Iran's total crude oil exports. The island functions as an industrial fortress. Its central plateau is crowded with storage tanks, a high-capacity airstrip, and pipelines leading to deep-water berths. Defense analysts developed the Take the Oil Doctrine as a strategy to seize this facility entirely intact. Simply destroying the export capacity would likely crash the regional economy, leading to a collapse that could trigger decades of localized insurgency and mass migration. Iranian engineers utilized the 60-meter elevation for a gravity-fed loading system. 41 tanks hold 24 million barrels, using potential energy to move oil to tankers without mechanical pumps. If manifold valves breach, gravity drains the entire reservoir into the Persian Gulf, entirely unstoppable. This engineering efficiency turns Kharg Island into an environmental hostage. The very design that makes the terminal profitable also makes it a weapon. Approaching the island requires navigating a lethal anti-access area denial envelope. Layered networks of sea-skimming cruise missiles create a radius that can effectively prevent conventional naval forces from entering the theater. To dismantle these defenses, EA-18G Growler aircraft flood the electromagnetic spectrum. These specialized electronic warfare planes use tactical jamming pods to blind coastal fire control radars, preventing the enemy from acquiring target locks. With the radar network disrupted, F-35 stealth fighters move through sanitized corridors to conduct a kinetic rollback. They hunt and destroy mobile missile launchers and command nodes before the ground assault begins. This aerial shaping must be executed with total precision to clear the way for the amphibious transport ships waiting over the horizon. At H-hour, the military initiates a multi-pronged assault. While airborne units secure the central airstrip, LCAC hovercraft deliver heavy armor to the beaches to capture the jetties and the articulated pipe systems used to load tankers. While the kinetic battle rages outside, Marine expeditionary cyber teams enter the facility's control rooms. They are fighting a silent war to secure the island's digital brain. These teams must neutralize specialized industrial malware, such as Triton or Pipedream. These frameworks are designed to bypass safety controllers and override legacy protocols like Modbus, allowing a remote operator to intentionally trigger a catastrophic blowout. Operators must manually lock out the hardware key switches on the safety controllers. Physically turning these keys severs the digital link between the malware and the valves, preventing a remote command from draining the tanks into the sea. Simultaneously, the 249th Engineer Battalion must restore the electrical grid. The island's pumping and monitoring systems are too volatile to manage without a stable, uninterrupted power source. Physical control of the island is irrelevant if a remote logic bomb is allowed to successfully execute a scorched earth self-destruct sequence. Even a successful tactical seizure carries high risks. Wargame analysts, the Red Team, anticipate a series of asymmetric responses that could turn a military victory into a strategic failure. The artillery Sieve describes a relentless vulnerability. Because Kharg Island is a static target, it faces constant barrages from unguided rockets hidden in the mainland mountains. These dumb munitions do not emit radar signatures, allowing them to bypass advanced air defense umbrellas. Sabotaging the pressurized subsea pipelines represents a qualitative escalation in environmental warfare. Crude oil would erupt into the water at 59 meters per second, shattering into microscopic droplets long before reaching the surface. This extreme velocity emulsifies the oil deep within the water column. It creates a three-dimensional plume that passes beneath traditional surface booms and skimmers, making standard cleanup methods largely ineffective. This toxic plume would force the immediate shutdown of regional desalination plants. Kuwait relies on these facilities for 90% of its drinking water, and a total shutdown would likely trigger mass migration and civil unrest. The ultimate retaliation is the Hormuz Trigger, a saturation mining campaign of the Strait of Hormuz. Thousands of mines and fast-attack swarmcraft could effectively block the world's most critical energy choke point. A blockade of this scale would choke off 20 million barrels of daily global oil flow. Analysts project crude prices could surge toward $300 a barrel, potentially triggering a deep global recession. Operation Orphan Pearl reveals a difficult reality. The U.S. military can successfully seize the island, but the resulting asymmetric retaliation may destroy the very global economy the mission was intended to protect.